I do. Well, good morning, everyone. Another day here on the farm, September 12th. Cut those beans yesterday. Not sure how much we're going to be doing today. So this morning, working on getting some cab cams mounted up, or technically one or two came on our secondary cart that we just got. So I took one off and going to put it on the rear of our other cart and leave the one on the rear of the secondary cart. That way we can see behind us going down the road, because those things are so wide it's hard to see if there's anybody behind you whenever you're getting ready to turn off the road. So I got to do a little bit of wiring. I left that other harness in the tractor, but I'll show you when I get there. Got to hook up our positive and negative wires to a power source that'll plug right into the tractor. That'll give power to this camera, and then have another cord that hooks right into our monitor of the tractor, so we'll be able to use a tractor monitor and just scroll through our tabs there and pull it up whenever we need to. So that's what I'm working on. Gonna get this wired up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it works, because I'm honestly not 100% sure. Alrighty, I'm here in the tractor. Got the camera. Here's this cord, runs down along there, and I'll either hook it up to power there or power down here, and then we'll run the cable through the window there. So we'll get that plugged in, see if it works. Hopefully it does. Also just got done talking to Dad. I think we're going to go check out Luke 68, which you guys heard me talking about yesterday. He said it should be getting pretty close. We did have a slight drizzle of rain last night, but it's breezy and sunny this morning, which is good. So that'll definitely help dry things out. But like I said, I think we're going to go check that out, and then I will let you know if this works. Alrighty, good news. So I got the camera sitting up there. Go down here to my screen, customize this to say rear view. Boom, there she is. It's got this night vision mode on now because it's dark here in the cab, but you can see, there I am. So yep, they switched color there. It's pointing forward. Switch to dark. Get out here in the light. There we go. I wonder, you can see it showing reverse, like the grain cart's on the right there, header's over there, but it's opposite there. What if we hang it upside down? It does not automatically switch. Interesting. Have to do a little research on that, see if we can get it to switch, but if we can't, no big deal. So now I've got to run cable. Man, it's got dirty yesterday. Let's see. Run cable all the way down to the rear, hopefully up in the tubing, to the rear of the cart, and it's probably gonna be a job. Okay, so I just got the cab cam installed. As you can see, got it back here on the tarp roll bar mount. Wire, I need to trim off these zip ties still. Wire goes up, down there, into the tubing, down, along through here, all the way up. Got it coming out right here. This is a 40-foot cable, and it's just barely long enough. Might do a few things later and get it touched up a little bit better, because it's just kind of hanging out here, but it'll be fine. It'll stay away from the PTO shaft going up in there, up along our homemade wire holder, and then into the cab, and then into the screen. So it's good to go. Change up our minds a little bit. I think Luke wants to wait a couple more days on his 68 for those beans. There's one green strip that had a couple different beans in it, I think, when we first started on it. So he wants to wait till those are just all good and ready before go in there. So we're gonna go down and shell that, or start on it, that 80 acres, at least planning on it, that 80 acres that I was talking about yesterday. Got the corn head on the combine over there doing a couple calibration things. This is the first time we had the corn head on since we did some maintenance to it, so getting everything dialed in, and then we'll be heading down there. So I'll get these cable ties trimmed up and should be good to go. Alrighty, well, I'm heading over to the field, trying to show you guys this camera. I got a little bit of glare on my monitor, and I'm on a rock road, so there's a bunch of dust, so the picture's not all that great. But you can't really see anything. Guess you just have to believe me. So it works pretty good. Be able to see now cars. If there's any cars behind us when we're getting ready to turn left off the highway, you'd be surprised at how many people, either if you have your turn signal on or you're going very slow, just whip right around you. I've even had people pass me on the right on my shoulder before. There's some real smart ones out there, but this will hopefully help us to be a little bit safer this fall. Well, I just got pulled in here. We're about 3/4 mile from the shop. As you guys can tell, corn's pretty dry. Like I said, this stuff is struggling a little bit. Seems to be falling over, but easier than normal. Luke talked to one of our seed reps, and he said the corn that's dry already, it's not doing so hot, and the corn that's wet is doing pretty good, or really good. So I think basically what has happened is the dry corn is stuff that has died just because it was so dry, no moisture and anything like that. And then the wet corn is the stuff that was able to hold on longer. So we'll see how this is doing, see what Dad says, see how much we're going to do. So he decided to join me. Dad's dumping off some right now. He's got a truck, maybe half full, maybe not quite. According to the combine monitor, it's doing about 20%, which is about what we figured, but combine could be off a little bit. Although it should be really close just because we calibrated it for beans, so that kind of ties over to corn. Probably do a couple calibrations at some point. But I'll get backed out of the way here. And we got the north end rows of this field done, and he's gonna head down the south here. Luke and Beckett are in there riding. Got both trucks and one cart down here, and we'll take a load in the elevator, see what their moisture says, and then Dad will probably make a decision if he wants to keep going or not. Counting on up. So these scales work pretty well. You can actually punch in, like test weight and moisture of the crop and everything, and it'll add up yield for you. And on that 90 acres of beans that we did yesterday, it was right on the money, which is pretty cool. But you do have to do a lot of switching around, make sure you hit the right destination, because you can switch between bins and elevators, different bins, different elevators, stuff like that. But I think we might just go to a simple route and just send it all to one place on the iPad. A little bit easier for us. We just basically need to be able to tell if we got a truckload or unable to top off a truck with it. So, not too bad. Open her up wide. And once again, for those of you who may be new, these are short trailers that we got on our semi, so we're able to fill them all the way up and not be overweight. So don't freak out thinking we're overloading our semis. Still able to haul 1,000 bushels though. So we figured, why get a long trailer when you get a short trailer, It's easier to get in and out of fields and the sheds and stuff, and you still haul the same amount. Makes sense to us. Well, Dad decided to just go ahead and stop. I guess he thought it was a little too wet, even though Luke's just now getting to the elevator with his first load. I guess he's going to go by what the combine's saying, just about 20%. So I can't say I blame him, because it's 5 cents per point over 15 or 15 and a half that the elevator charges for drying. So don't really want to do that. Not expecting any wind to get this corn blown over. So we'll probably get it, I don't know, it's cooling off, so it won't be drying at quite a point a day. We'll probably give it till first next week before we do anything. So Jonathan's there in the semi, second load's full, Dad's there in the combine, taking it back to the shop. I'll see you guys there. There's the neighbors.
Cindy was going to ask if keep going. I said, well,
there on the left.
30-30, but said we may pick some more in tomorrow.
They're fent. I do. That stuff looks pretty green. There's the beans we cut yesterday, and shop's right over there. There. Well, I think that's going to be all she wrote today for farming. Probably going to continue shelling that corn tomorrow, Dad thought. I didn't realize, but the elevator closes at 3:30 today. Don't know why. It's 4 o'clock right now, so we got done doing that just a little bit before 3. So John and I are taking the opportunities to give our trucks a quick wash, even though they're going to get dirty. That's all right. Need to get some of the fly poop and stuff off of them. So I think I'll end it here, and thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate it. If you would like, comment, subscribe, that'd be great. See ya.